How you gonna get free this time?
Good morning, Maya.
Good morning, Greg. Thank you for having me.
It's really, I've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks ever since we started to communicate and talk about sitting down and having a conversation about what we do for a living and the impact that we have the privilege of having out in the world with the work that we do. And this morning I'm interviewing and having a conversation with Maya Jaquez. And you are currently working as a CHW community health worker.
Yeah, so I am a bilingual community outreach advocate for Thrive Central Oregon. I actually am in the final steps of my CHW certification. I've worked enough hours to be kind of legacied in through the legacy clause. They have a certain standard of hours that you need to work in order to kind of be brought in to that role.
So let's just jump in and the conversation I would like to have. We use a skill and a technique called motivational interviewing, and the conversation I wanted to have mostly and have it focus on the impact and the importance of compassion.
Absolutely.
When we're with our clients. And so as you consider that, the skill of motivational interviewing, helping people arrive at their own solutions, right? Because that's what we're up to.
Yeah.
We're not very prescriptive in what we do, but we function as a guide and a coach. What role does compassion play for you?
Yeah, I really do love that question. I think it is so important to just acknowledge the fact that people are coming to us in such a vulnerable state. Sometimes they come to us in truly crisis. They've lost their job, or they're about to lose housing, or they're going through truly anything. It doesn't even matter if they are coming into crisis or not. The importance of compassion is that you need to treat people as human beings, regardless of their past, regardless of what they're currently going through. If people feel safe and comfortable speaking with you, it'll allow them to be motivated to actually do the work that is needed to come to a better solution for them. For example, a lot of the work that we do at Thrive is about 80% related to housing. There are folks coming to us from shelters and they're saying, hey, I need to be connected to an affordable housing opportunity. Help me apply to waitlist, help me do this. But if they come in and immediately feel a sense of judgment because of the situation that they're in, they're going to be closed off. They're not going to want to actually speak to you, give you the information that is needed in order to actually fill these out properly, in order to truly see how else we might even be able to help them. When someone feels safe and comfortable, they're willing to open up, and you're able to see, oh, wow, not only did they come in here for housing, but maybe they can also get connected to this other thing that we would have never spoken about if they didn't feel safe enough to tell me these things. So compassion is truly making people feel that they are not less than, because they are not.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in the position of power that we have of being someone who is connected to all of these other resources that I could potentially help refer someone to. I need to check myself and make sure that I'm not sounding degrading or making people feel less than. Yeah, and I see the way that people can be treated sometimes just because they are in a different situation than others. A lot of our clients who are unhoused, they'll say, wow, people don't actually take the time to ask my name or see if there's anything that they can do, or just ask me how my day is going. And I realize, whoa, in our jobs, that is the first thing that we do. Someone sits in and I say, hi, I'm Maya. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in today. I typically thank them for coming in because they don't have to be there with us. What we do is client led.
Right.
Exactly. As you had mentioned earlier, the whole point, the motivational interviewing, we want to make sure that they maintain their own autonomy And the fact that they made that decision to come in and speak to a random stranger about their extremely vulnerable situation, their extremely sensitive situation, it just shows how strong these people of ours, these clients, our community, our people, it shows how strong they are.
Yeah, incredibly resilient.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They are used to being watched, but they're not accustomed to being seen.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm hearing you get to provide for them.
I do my best. Truly, I can't say that I am, the perfect advocate. I want to make sure that I do help people feel seen and heard. Absolutely. And if there ever is a time where a client thinks that I could possibly do more to help them, I do my best to take that feedback and listen. Because again, we are in such a position of power that we have to recognize. Just because we in our mind might think, oh, this might be the best solution for this person. Yeah, I've had people say, this is one of the first places in a while that I have felt seen and heard, because you just allow them to sit there and speak, and you take in their story without judgment, without any preconceived notions of how they got there or why they're there or even what they should be doing to get out of that situation. You just allow them to be present. Sometimes clients, they'll be a little resistant at first. And so I give them the opportunity. I say, okay, just so you know, I understand that you were recommended by your caseworker at the shelter to come in. And I am just here to help you with whatever you feel like you need to work on. I'm not going to try to force my opinion onto you because, again, I don't know your situation. You're absolutely right. But you are not just number 3 person that I'm seeing today. You are a person. Your emotions are valid. Your feelings are valid. What you are going through is 100% valid. You are allowed to make that decision to change or act a certain way, but I'm not going to try to force you. And people, sometimes they'll start crying because their situation is so hard, and they're like, I'm sorry. You do not need to be sorry for crying. You are here, and what you're feeling is just reminding them how valid they are as a human, how valid their emotions are, their feelings. What they're going through is not easy. And I can't imagine how it must have felt trying to muster up the courage to go see a random stranger in a library and ask them for help with whatever they're going through. So, yeah.
Have you ever had or experienced in your life had times that you've gone through, really difficult situations that someone taking the time to be with you has meant something significant?
Absolutely. I feel like regardless of how extreme the situation has been, we have all been through something to where we've said, whoa, I need help. I need a support system. And I have been so lucky to have a support system, not only through my family, but also my friends that I have made into my family. But I have to remind myself, you don't know if our clients have that opportunity. Sometimes they're moving here and they're just driving in their car by themselves, and then now they're sleeping in their car by themselves. They don't have a friend to turn to. They don't have a community. The only community that they have is this community, our community. And we are part of it as community health workers. We are supposed to be there for them. That is the whole point of the job. And it's so, it makes me sad to think about sometimes, wow, I am so privileged and so blessed to have the life that I have and the friends that I have made, and not everybody has that. So that's one of the things that keep pushing me to continue to do this job, really.
Yeah, so you see folks more than just one time.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have regular people that you see?
Yeah.
Do you have people that you see on a regular basis?
I do have ongoing clients, yes. Folks will... And another thing that's actually really sweet about that is I have worked with certain clients from start to finish. And by that, I mean, they came to me when I first started working for Thrive almost 2 years ago now. I started in February of, I think 2024,
Wow.
Almost 2 years ago. And some of my first cases, some of my first clients that I started working with, They came to us, they're unhoused, they wanted to get on affordable wait lists. And it's not just the wait list. So yeah, we'll help them get on that. But then, okay, cool. So while we're waiting for this, let's try to work on this other opportunity for you. Let's work on your resume. Let's help you get a stable job. So that way, by the time that you get to the number one spot on that wait list, you'll have income prepared. We'll be able to work on that security deposit. Let's start working on these other things while your wait is going on in the background, essentially. And I've had clients from when I started to about a year later, they say, Maya, I'm number one on the wait list. I'm getting housed. I'm getting this opportunity. We've been through this entire thing together. And now I get to see them kind of flourish and thrive. And they, all because they decided to pop into the library one day. I see how hard our clients work. There are so many people that believe that folks who are unhoused, it's because of the decisions that they're making incorrectly or they're not motivated enough. No, I see how hard these people work. I see how hard our clients try, our community. They deserve so much more than what they're being given. So, yeah, absolutely. I feel like all it takes is just one opportunity, one little push to say, hey, you know what? You do deserve this. Everyone deserves housing. And just giving someone an opportunity, as you had mentioned, just like, hey, you can have a roof over your head. The way that it just changes people. Having a safe place to live means having a safe place to sleep, which means that you'll actually get enough sleep, which means that you'll do your job better because you won't be exhausted and worried about where you're going to find a place to sleep next. You'll be able to take a shower comfortably. So then you'll have more confidence. And when you're at work, you'll feel happier and you'll treat people better. It all stems from having housing, having a shelter, having a food, somewhere where you're comfortable and safe.
If there is someone who's struggling right now, maybe unhoused, wondering where they can go, how can they reach out, and what would you say to them about finding the confidence and the wherewithal to make the call or walk in to a library on a Tuesday or a Thursday?
Absolutely.
Or, what would you say is awaiting them to encourage them that step is very much worth taking?
In terms of what to expect, I think no matter who you meet with, especially if it's with Thrive, you will be greeted with compassion and a person that's willing to listen and understand your situation and try to see how we can help. Like I said, I am so thankful for our team. I'm just surrounded by wonderful people every day. There's
a new community health worker just getting started, and they come and say, hey, can we grab a cup of coffee? I'd like some of your wisdom. What would be an approach for me to take, or how do I step into becoming a really caring, skillful community health worker?
Honestly, even just trying to work to become a community health worker is the first step. Like being willing and motivated to take a stand and help out the people that need help. You already have your foot in the door, truly. All you need to do is make sure that you actively listen when people are speaking to you, when clients are coming in. You're not just thinking about, I have 10 other things to do. This person needs to hurry up. No, you are. When someone comes to me and I'm trying to get their information down and I notice, oh no, they're starting to break down a little bit. They're getting sad. Like, close your laptop. Take a break from typing down the information, because, some of what we do is data collection. It's important. But you begin to understand, oh, okay, no, this person needs my full present attention. I'm not also typing notes. Close your laptop, take a minute, give them some eye contact, treat the person like a person. There's no need to feel like, make sure that your body language is present and available and caring. So yeah, I guess kind of just making sure that you're truly there with the person in that room with you and allowing them to feel like, oh, wow, I came to the right place. I feel like I can actually be helped here.
Well, I think that brings us all the way back to the topic of compassion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hear that coming through loud and clear. Well, Maya, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been such a wonderful experience. I love getting to speak about the work that we do. It is so great. Just, it's a good reminder for myself too. Wow, like sometimes things get hard, but this really does make a difference. It really does make an impact. And you just got to keep pushing.